Indian subcontinent is blessed by varied natural resources and beauty in abundance. As India has different religions and sects living harmoniously, and also living with them are more than 600 tribes, scattered all over the country's nook and corner. Some of them are so developed that they had been recognized in the mainstream of society. Deep down in the south is Kerala. Kerala is the state where nature is at its best round the year and hence called the land of natural beauty. In this land of lagoons with Nilgiri mountain slopes and valleys laden with cash crops of tea, coffee, spices, and rubber, the inhabitants of the state are economically most developed. There are 36 tribes in Kerala. Panyans, the habitants of northern hilly district of Wayanad, are also scattered in the adjoining district of Kozhikode. The present social status of Panyans is quite encouraging. They had ventured out from shackles of bonded labor. Still, Panyans have to rely more on income as the field workers in agriculture, tea or coffee plantations, whereas the new generation of Panyans are entering in professions such as cinema project operator, teachers, midwives, etc. This group of educated Panyan youth is discussing about how to develop Panyan community. The Panyan, the largest scheduled tribe of Kerala, has derived its name from the Malayalam word pani, which means labor or work. Thus, the word Panyan literally means laborer or worker. Panyan community is largely concentrated in the hilly and forest regions of the Wayanad and Malappuram districts, whereas micro-population is visible in Kozhikode and Kannur districts of Kerala. Their population as per the 1981 census was near about 57,000 and in 1991 it was 66,000. The color of Panyans varies from dark to dark brown, and that is short in stature, broad noses, and curly or wavy hair. About Panyan's origin, nothing definite is known, but myth is that Panyan's legendary origin is at place called Ipimala, and they are descended from Pantira Panara, that is 12 ancestors. Panyans normally live in the clusters of 10 to 15 huts or dwellings which are known as padis. This group of clusters is known as Murukan, located in the taluka Mannatwadi of Wayanad district. Head of the commune is known as Mopen or Chemi, a highly respectable senior who is responsible for all social and ritual customs. Previously, Panyans used to build their houses with the help of natural resources available from the surroundings. Palm trunk forms the basic frame of the dwelling and palm leaves cover the roof. But the development has brought up the changes. Now they use bricks for walls and tiles for the roof, whereas the floor is cured by cow dung. Interior of the house has a separate kitchen, storeroom, a living room and courtyard, in front and back. In front courtyard they have their worship place which is symbolically is goddess Malakari. Each of the Panyans colony or padis has trees of banana, coconut, arak or betel nut and jackfruit. The main source of water supply is through community well. The dress of Paniyan is simply and easily distinguishable from others. The male wears a long cloth, mundu, which is wrapped around the waist. But Paniyans have also adopted to the current trend, and for comfort they also wear the normal clothes such as pant shirt or shirt over mundu. The Paniyan women can be identified by their peculiar way of wearing the sari, which they call chela. They tie a red or black colored cloth around the waist, which they call as aratti or pattu. Blouse is one of the current apparels used practically by Paniyan females. They have also adopted house coat. Due to limited source of income, precious metal is very rare to be seen. Paniyan women are fond of jewelry. Mukuti, that is nose ring, is must, whereas toda is earring. Bead stone necklace is must for all Paniyan females, but married women have to wear thali or Mangal Sutra around their neck. Bangles are known as wala. They put on bindis for decorating their forehead. Importance of education is imbibed in the Paniyans to such an extent that this preparatory school has children from the Paniyan community. Children enjoy the traditional rhymes and poems. The small kids are singing the poetry which depicts that sky is beautiful. Punian's customs don't have any traditions of daily rituals of puja, but they had adored certain practices from their landlords or masters. Paniyans worship Kali Malakkari, Mariamma and Ayappan. Daily and on special occasions, lighting a diya or lamp is very important. Also, the offerings to deity are rice, betel nut, coconut and jaggery or sugar. This community temple is constructed for the Paniyan commune Murukan. The thatched roof and walls of the bamboo curtain contain Malakkari's photograph or Ayappan. This is decorated during the annual festivals. Kudisal Puttirui is observed when a girl attains puberty. She is secluded for 7 days. On the 7th day, she is given ceremonial bath and purificatory rites are followed by the feast for the near and dear ones. Today's Paniyan youths are trying to come out of the traditional labor work as education has provided them an avenue to earn livelihood through other sources. 23 years old Sunil, a 5th pass youth, is taking training under government's apprentice training program. In near future, he will be cinema projector operator and will be able to elevate his social status. For entertainment, the Paniyans youth are engaged in a game of cricket and they also indulge in playing 2D and Kol. 2D and khol are musical instruments. Panyans mostly have arranged marriage. The marriage ceremony is held at bride's place, which is decorated with green leaves. All the community makes the wedding ceremony as one big family affair. Ladies of the commune are sharing the burden of cooking ceremonial meal. Mopin is following the ritual of arousing the ancestors of the bride's family and the customary ritual going on. The plantain leaf, the brass lamp, and the rice and flowers are meant for the welcoming of groom's party. Now Mopin is going to dance in the courtyard of the bride. It's a ritual which is performed during every family and social function to invoke Malakkari goddess. For this special occasion, Mopin is provided with red cloth puttu to cover the waist, and on the percussionary beats of tudi and khol, this prayer depicts that goddess Malakkari and Ayappan should bless both the families and bride and bridegroom. Whereas the separate ceremony of arousing the community god is going at groom's place. All the groom's party is enjoying the dance. The lyrics of the song is to arouse the ancestors and Malakkari Devi to bless the occasion. The groom is coming to the bride's place in ceremonial parade.
ഞാൻ പറയാം പ്രഭുട്ടാ. ഞാൻ പറയാം.
After exchange of garlands and customary gifts of thali and nose ring mukuti, and on acceptance of kanam, Panyan's marriage is solemnized. Newly married couple is seeking the blessings by touching the feet of elders. This is customary ceremony wherein bride's father seeks cost of his daughter, a dowry, but in reverse. Groom pays it in cash and kind, which in Panyan's lingo is kannam. Marriage ceremony is much of fun and frolic for the whole commune. Feast after the marriage is must, and due to meager source of income, even the festive meal is always rice and sambar. But it is fun and enjoyment to Panyans that they are always together on such occasions. As in most of the tribals, Panyans too prefer the birth of child in their own place, and which is conducted by a tukari, a Panyan midwife. On the 12th day after the ceremony Punyaham, a purification ceremony is held and naming ceremony is called as Punyam. First cereal feeding of the baby is observed during the 5th month after birth is known as Pulane Choruti. Poverty doesn't compel for child's enjoyment. Their parents had provided them with innovative slide. Using the natural slope in the vicinity, this child sliding on the sledge formed from the leaf base of palm tree. Tudi is the percussion instrument where both sides of hollow conical drum are tightly covered with leather skin and rhythmically struck with the help of sticks. This instrument is must for Panyans during all their social and family occasions, and it's also known as muttum. Kol, which is commonly called as vili, is three-piece wind instrument. It's carved out of bamboo as tradition, but nowadays it's carved out of any malleable wood. Its appearance is just like shehnai. Mani is the instrument similar to bells, and it's a cymbal and creates melodious voices if struck perfectly. Panyan's main staple diet is rice and its varied forms of dishes accompanied with sambar, a preparation of cereals cooked together with assorted vegetables. In the courtyard of Panyans, one often sees the trees of jackfruit and drumsticks, which is festive dish during the season. Raw banana and papaya are available in abundance and used regularly as accompaniment dish. Panyans have addiction to eat betel leaves with lime and tobacco, and they add on arecanut, supari too. This addiction is so strong that every Panyan man or woman carry pouch to maintain their regular stock. Older Panyans had adopted the way by beating the mixture in metal crusher for softening and then consuming it. Government's policy to provide economical staple diet to tribals has been widely accepted, and every fortnight, Panyans gather at this makeshift distribution center to collect their regular quota of 7 kilo of rice. Apart from working as labor in agricultural field and plantations to support the income, men also practice to work on the road and building, construction and digging of wells, etc. Women have to cope up with their regular household work of fetching water, keeping clean environment, and upbringing of child. They are also compelled to work as labor if necessity arises. As in Indian customs, death is also ritualized. Mopen conducts all the rituals. Dead body is carried to burial ground silently, and 7 days mourning is kept for the family. Whereas for 41 days, family of the deceased is isolated from the commune. Thereafter, a purification ceremony, Pulukutti, is held. Thereafter, the family of deceased can participate in all social and communal functions. As part of the programs for the rehabilitation of bonded labor, several schemes were implemented, like the Sugandhagiri project, in which many Paniyan families have, in addition to land, employment and benefits such as housing, etc. If the discussions of these youths are awarded positively with the able help support of government policies, Paniyans in the slope of Nilgiris can adopt the latest systematic approach if more liberal education and health services are availed by them.